Why exactly do men want sex regularly? When we say regularly, it's not as though women don't also desire sex. But when we check the statistics, when we check the statistical report from certain researches, we find out that women have desire for sex, true, but men have more desire for sex. In other words, an average man, an average male desires sex way more than a female. And when I say that this person desires sex way more, it simply means that an average male would rather have sex than bear that urge. Now, that is the reason why we find out that according to research, according to statistics, most of the men engage in masturbation than women. Exactly. Because these people cannot hold back that urge, they cannot bear it. And if they don't find a woman willing to go down with them at that moment, they rather resort to masturbation, which of course I am not in support of. So, why do men want it regularly? Why do they want sex regularly? Okay, you may have to stay to the end of this particular video because we are about to make some explorations that is of course beneficial to life. Welcome back. Now, exploring the why about the topic on the table: why men want sex regularly. We're going to look at number one, the biological factor. And under the biological factor, we look at the hormone called testosterone. Someone was said, and I am quoting the person: if a man is high on testosterone, in other words, if the hormone testosterone have been released into the bloodstream, and you are a lady in that room, and of course you are not married to this person, the best thing you could do to yourself that moment is to run for your dear life, especially if you don't want to feel a bouncing baby anytime soon. Run. Because the hormone testosterone, when it is released, when a certain amount is released, it causes great havoc in the aspect, or so to say, in the sexual aspect. It kind of takes control of the man and drives the man, making the man desire this particular thing, sex. And because this testosterone deprives this man the actual sense of judgment, the actual sense of making good decisions, so this man can actually jump on bed with this person. Now, I believe that this is majorly for people who are couples. So let's continue. Now we look at evolutionary instinct. What do I mean by evolutionary instinct? Now, over time, if you check, most of the animals that are able to reproduce, that's the sexual animals, the sexual organisms that are able to reproduce, the two of them come together and reproduce, we find out that most of them, like 99% of animals in existence, it is the men that goes after the woman. The men are the ones high on desire for sex, then they move to the female organism for sex. So it looks like this is the trend of events over time. Evolutionary instinct. Then we look at physical need. Now, it might interest you to know that sex is of great essence, not just for the men, actually, for the man and for the woman, but majorly for the man. Sex is a way to, stress and get rid of stored up tension and of course feel more confident. And this is as a result of the release of the hormone called oxytocin, and of course another hormone called the endorphins. And it might interest you to know as well that these two hormones are majorly the happy hormones. We call them the happy hormones. It keeps you high on vibes. It makes you feel like, man, everything is falling in line. Lines are falling in pleasant places. That kind of feeling that, oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, all is well. That kind of feeling. So it puts you in that place where you feel good and you feel like, nothing really is bothering me, even if something is actually bothering them. So that is another one. Now, shall we look at the psychological factors? When we talk about the psychological factors, we look at the emotional aspect of these reasons why we find out that men go for sex more than women would. Now, emotionally, men feel that, oh, sex is a way to show love. Sex is a way to show to receive that validation and not feel rejected, feel that, okay, I'm still trending, I'm still in line with things that are actually happening. Unlike women can actually feel okay, okay, I've actually gotten what I needed. I've actually gotten the validation that I needed. When you tell them, baby, your hair looks nice, and they feel like, ooh, they feel like over the clouds. But men, what they need is not those teddy bear, it's not those flowers. They need your body. So that is the way they feel. Okay, we are still in play. Now, according to research, it has been discovered that frequent sex for men, is what actually contributes in building their self-confidence. I don't know if you guys, if you are being observant, you must have heard some men say that, I know what I can do. Men that have actually been around with ladies and had every lady is at their beck and call and can just speak to a lady and everything begins to happen. If you have heard men like that speak, they will tell you, is it this one? Don't worry, I can handle her. Don't worry, I can get her. Why? Because over time they have succeeded in putting some ladies on their bed and they just feel that I'm confident. But once these kind of men begin to get some turn down from ladies, the first one, the second one, they begin to feel less confident. So this research actually proves that it's actually that way. It's actually that way. So sex kind of builds their self confidence, especially when they succeed in meeting up with, at every point they feel desire, if they can actually lay hold on what they want. Now, we must understand that this particular study is majorly for couples that are trying to navigate their way towards finding a balance, the family life, professional life, and all that. So you must understand that you need to still find out time, or you need to still make out time for this man, because we don't want a situation where you can't cry. I don't know. The last time at the O&G, we were at O&G, and then a lady came, she was crying bitterly. I don't know, I think he's cheating on me. Okay, have you caught him with it? No, I've not caught him, but I think he's cheating on me. How do you know? I don't know, but I think. Oh gosh. Let's just leave that. The next one. Then we have the emotional factor. Now, I must say that the emotional factor and the psychological factor is more like the same thing. Now, under the emotional factor, we'll look at intimacy, closeness, love, affection, validation. Yeah, almost like what I said earlier in psychological factors, why men want sex regularly, right? So we find out that these men, they feel love when a partner is always open to their sexual advances. And of course, the best way they can show you love is to give you the best on bed sex. Now, I've had many guys come around asking me, Nurse Kamsi, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to enlarge my penis. I want to enlarge my penis. I'm like, why do you want to enlarge it? I mean, you're not. I'm like, no. I want to enlarge my penis. Why do you think they are doing that? Because they love this lady, and the only way they can show this lady that I love you. The only way they can show this lady I love you is to do what? To satisfy the lady on bed. So we find out that many guys go about doing certain things, taking some drugs, taking some liquid and some solid drugs, just so that they can meet up with the need of the lady on bed. But the truth is, sometimes the women don't really understand that this is what they are clamoring for. This is what they are working towards. They feel loved when you say yes to their advances, and they can show you, they feel that a perfect way to equate that love is to treat you well on the bed. So they go extra miles for their spouses just so that they can give these ladies the best on bed. I bet you understand now. And of course, your confusions have been wiped away. Alright. It's still me, Naskamsia Noma, and this is still Sexuality and Health Wellness. I'll see you in my next video. I love you.